So this morning we're going to be working on some vocabulary. Okay. The first word is to desiccate. And if something is desiccated, it is dried out completely or dehydrated. So for those of you who eat dehydrated fruit, you are actually eating desiccated food. That sounds gross, but it really is not so much. Okay. To find or a find is any archaeological discovery. So when they're finding things, they're making a discovery, and so a find is an archaeological discovery. Flotation. Okay, so we learned a little bit about flotation last class. Flotation is a means by which ancient pollen grains are found. Knowing that ancient pollen grains are involved, hands up if you could tell me what type of archaeologist would be interested in using the method of flotation. Anybody remember? You need to do some reviewing then today. Okay, so a paleobotanist would be the one that would be looking at ancient pollen grains. Glyphs, we read about glyphs last class, and a glyph is a stylized picture, and it's used as writing, so it's used to symbolize something in that culture. Okay, so a glyph is used to symbolize. Okay, and a Neanderthal is an ancient stone-aged species of human. So that's what they're calling a Neanderthal. We do have some more. A straka. This is a broken piece of pottery where there's writing. So what some ancient cultures did is they would use pottery in order to write things on. Okay, so a straka is when it's broken and there's writing on it. A potsherd, or just a plain old sherd, they can call that as well. This is a broken piece of pottery. This is the single most common artifact that archaeologists will find, are potsherds. Pueblo Indians. Okay, this is a group of Native Americans who build multi-tiers adobe or stone housing complexes. This is in the southwestern United States. Okay, a stele. This is a stone marker or pillar inscribed with writing or pictures. They have a lot of these that have been found from the Mayan culture in places like Guatemala. There's a ton and a ton and a ton of them that you can look at. Analysis. This is a detailed examination of the elements or structure of something, typically a basis for discussion or interpretation. I'm going to move this up, and then I'm going to move this up for those of you who are sitting in the back. Okay, so I know that it's been almost a week since you have talked or looked at the different types of archaeologists. So what you're going to do with your AB partner and a lined piece of paper, or just on the back of your page, see how many different types of archaeologists you can remember. Okay, you've got a minute. Just with your AB partner, see how many different types. What are the types of archaeologists? What is one of them? Paleobotanist is one of them. Another one.
Is paleontologist?
No, a paleontologist is not an archaeologist. They work in a similar field, but they're not. They only look at dinosaur bones, so that's a different science. Yeah, another one. Yeah.
Paleographer.
A paleographer. Okay. Yeah.
A forensic archaeologist.
A forensic archaeologist. Good. Anything else that you remember? You raised your hand for 6. That's 3.
I've only done 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 4.
It's okay.
5 and 6 and you had your...
Here's what you're going to be working on, and you're going to have a few minutes to complete this. You've got a sheet, and on your sheet, hold on. On your sheet, you are going to take a look through the notes that you had taken last time, right? We read, and we wrote, and we drew little pictures. It was an ID sheet, picture on one side, I think. So we're going to give you 30 seconds to get those out right now, actually. Okay, so not only are you going to be looking at what they look for, the types of artifacts that they search, but you're also going to be asking yourself, what types of questions would these archaeologists be asking? What types of things would they want to find out? Okay, so a forensic archaeologist, based on the bodily remains that they would find, they would be able to answer questions about what these people ate, what these people died from. Okay, they also might be able to tell if these people, for women, if they had kids, they can tell. They can tell, based on the things that they find, they can tell if they were involved with heavy labor or if they had more of a sit-down job. Okay, because there are clues in the bones that will tell them that. Okay, a paleobotanist, they study fossils, rocks with plants in them, and they study seeds. What types of questions would would a paleobotanist be able to A, answer, or B, what ones would they want to maybe answer?
What plants grew?
Okay, so what type of plants? Okay, so what type of plants there were in that area? Definitely they would want to know that. What else could they tell? Based on the types of plants that grow, what could they tell about the environment maybe?
Like if it was like a good society to live in, healthy.
Okay, so they could, based on that, they could work with the forensic archaeologist and determine health, for sure, if they grew a lot of different kinds of plants. Do we grow the same types of plants here as they do in Manitoba?
No.
No, why not?
Because of the temperatures.
Okay, so based on the types of plants, we could find out about temperature. Right? What else could we possibly find out about?
Some animal skeletons from fossils.
Okay, yes, but we're only looking at the ones with plants. So yeah, they might find some of those and pass those on to somebody else.
They can find out the weather.
Yeah, so they can find out the weather. Right, how much rain they got based on the types of plants that they have. Okay, so you're going to go through, you're going to read through each of your sections. You've got chunks, right? And you're going to be able to tell me what types of questions they would answer. You are going to have 10 minutes and 10 minutes only to complete this. You may work with your AB partner. You may use your notes. Not if you understand. Excellent.